This isn't going to work well.
It's fun.
Here's the shot I'm going to fire. First shot. Oswald did not kill JFK. But everybody says he did. Government says he did. Okay, let's just sort of round that out for a minute. Now that I've given my shock value, what do I mean by that? If I build a house, you don't say the hammer, the nails, and the saw built the house, right? So we've got two things going here with Aussie baby on this deal. We've got the official story, and then we got a bunch of holes in the official story. As a quick recap, because I'm sure most of you guys already know all these details, but just to make sure we're all on the same page. In the official story, Oswald was a honked up jackhole who was trying to either defect to Russia or Cuba or something, depending on the story. He wanted to be a commie. Good riddance. Let him be a commie. What the hell do I care? Get out of my country, you commie bastard. In the official story, this honked up jackhole got up in the 6th floor of a book depository with an old Italian bolt action rifle with a scope. He paid a total of $19.95 for the whole setup. All right. And with that archaic weapon, he managed to take 3 shots in 8 seconds at a moving target with no sniper training, no nothing, with wind, by the way. He hit the president twice and mortally wounded him. That's the story. Okay. And then while fleeing the scene, a police officer saw him and started questioning him, and Oswald shot and killed the policeman and fled to a theater. Some citizens saw him go in, said, policeman, bad guys in there. They went in and got him. By the way, when they pulled him out, the only thing he was saying was he was protesting this police brutality. I find that interesting. Not, I killed him because he was Catholic. Not, I killed him because of Streetcar Named Desire. Any reason he wouldn't. He just said police brutality. Later on, 48 hours later, Jack Ruby, a strip club owner with cops in his pocket and mob ties, put a gun into Oswald's belly, pulled the trigger, killed him. Well, there you go. Those are all the stories, right? Those are the facts. So, bad guy kills president, gets killed, case closed, a nation mourns, senseless tragedy by a whacked out jackhole. And then we move on, okay? That's the official story, right? You guys agree with that so far, I'm sure. So, here's my problem. I'm not buying it. And not because I'm a conspiratard. I can't swallow it. It doesn't work for me. Let me just roll back. We're going to start building some case here, okay? First of all, the easy stuff. Oswald, there was no manifesto. He didn't say anything, any confession, any I hate America, go commies, no, nothing, right? I mean, look at history. We've had 4 sitting U.S. presidents assassinated. First one was Abraham Lincoln, who was killed by a pissed off Confederate actor. Boom. We know why he did it. We know who did it. On and on. Next one was James Garfield, who was killed by a man who wanted to be the ambassador to France. And Garfield said, no, you're a whack job. So the whack job killed the president because he figured the VP would let him have some kind of office in politics. We know who, we know why. It's still heinous, but we know who and why. William McKinley was the 3rd sitting U.S. president to be killed, and he was killed by an anarchist. We know who, we know why. It's easy. It's all spelled out. But so let me ask you a question. Who killed Kennedy and why? Because the thing is, we can say Oswald did, but we still don't know why. His wife was interviewed. People that knew him were interviewed. All these interviews asking, so, hey, why did Oswald kill the president? He never mentioned it. Wasn't a thing that I'm aware of. He was kind of a whacked out jackhole, but I don't know why he killed the president. So anyway, so that's one problem I have with it. There's nothing but circumstantial, barely, and then he gets wasted before he can even testify. Okay, The next thing, if you look online, you will find, I don't have the source for it, but this stuff's all freeware, baby. You can find it anywhere, so forget the source. The Italian army, again, this was an Italian bolt action rifle, tried to recreate the 3 shots in 8 seconds that allegedly Oswald fired, and they couldn't pull it off. They couldn't do it. They couldn't recreate it. Now, there was a story, and I believe they were policemen in Texas or New York, one of the places. They got some of their just regular guys to be able to do that in 8 seconds. Most people can't do it, especially a whacked out, untrained dude at 80 yards plus with a moving target at a downward angle. It's an impossible shot. He got lucky at best if he pulled the trigger. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying if he pulled it. Then here's a good one, though. If you look at the Zapruder film footage, right? This is that just shocking footage where you see that kill shot hit our president in the forehead and just the damage it does. At that time, Oswald's behind him. Everybody says so. And he fired 3 shots. Why is a shot coming in here? The front, throwing his head back into the left. If it was in the back, it would go down like that. Everybody knows that. Why didn't this get... One final thing that I'll tell you here, and then we'll move on past our good buddy Oswald, Ozzy, as we like to call him, because I think he was a patsy. That's my opinion. I don't know that he knew what he was doing or getting into. But what better man to be a patsy than a communist sympathizer? Here's a really great piece, though. Oswald was monitored by the counterintelligence staff of the CIA and by James Angleton, a CIA agent, for 4 years, from December 59, when they opened their first file, to November 1963. Never found the guy to be a threat. Never found anything as a problem, according to the CIA. All right. So there you go. Warren Commission reports all of that. Issued to the public, neatly wrapped. Bad guy's dead. Bad guy that killed. Bad guys arrested. And we can all sleep well at night, mourning a great president, and move on like nothing ever happened. Over in the CIA library, there's a document that was created by the Select Committee on Assassination. Right? It was commissioned by the House of Representatives to look into some assassinations. Kennedy being one, MLK being another, Martin Luther King Jr. being another one. Okay? It was their job to look into it and make sure, everything's on the uppity up. So I happen to have right here that document. Let me just take a look at that real quick. And there it is. What do you think of those apples, baby? Look at that. A federal document right here on the show. This is the way it's downloaded right off the CIA library. It says what it is, its instructions, who did it, Select Committee on Assassinations, all the people involved. We keep scrolling with a letter. You can read that on your own time. Links in the description. We move down here, table of contents, Kennedy, Dr. Martin Luther King, and recommendations. And then we get to the good stuff. All right, first of all, they confirmed the Lee Harvey Oswald thing, that Harvey was involved, okay? It says he fired 3 shots. The second 2 hit the president. Third one killed him, all right? So we go down through there. That's all consistent with the story. Let's go to page 6. However, 6B, right at the top, scientific acoustical evidence establishes a high probability that 2 gunmen fired at President Kennedy. Okay, federal government, House of Representatives, CIA library, they already believe that there's a probability there's 2. They get more certain about it in a minute. Other scientific evidence does not preclude the possibility of 2 gunmen firing at the president. Scientific evidence negates some specific conspiracy allegations. Okay, fine. I read too far. My bad. We're moving along here. Watch this. The committee believes, on the basis of the evidence available to it, that President John F. Kennedy was probably assassinated as a result of a conspiracy. They can't identify who it was. They looked into it, and the Soviets didn't do it. The Cubans didn't do it. Cuban sympathizers didn't do it. The mob didn't do it. The Secret Service, CIA, NSA, NCIS, FBI, none of them did it. Of course, they cleared everybody. So it wasn't who we think it was, but they believe it was a conspiracy. Interesting. If you look further down here, you're going to find that Secret Service was deficient in analyzing data about Dallas prior to the assassination. You're going to find out that the FBI was deficient in looking into any form of conspiracy and didn't share their findings, whatever they were, with any other agency. You'll find the CIA did the same thing. So as we look through here, and here's my problem with all of that. The President of the United States was just murdered in Dallas, and all these agencies did not do diligence to figure out what the hell happened. You find the patsy and wrap it up and get rid of it. Or is that really what happened?